Hi, welcome to today's workout. I'm Nicola. I'm going to be taking you through a Pilates workout today. We'll begin just in a moment with a warm up, and then we'll be focusing on developing strength and endurance throughout the whole body, as well as flexibility and mobility. So without further ado, we'll get started with a warm up, and I'll just get that music turned up a little bit. So see you on the mat. Alright, let's begin our warm up with some shoulder rolls. So inhale as you take the shoulders up, exhale as they come back and down. So as if you were making circles on walls at the side of your body. One more. Take it the other direction. Just go at your own pace, no need to go in time to any beat of the music at the moment. Last one. Now, lengthening throughout the neck and the spine. I want you to nod the head. So you're elongating and extending throughout the spine and the neck, but at the same time, nodding your chin and head. And one more. So keeping the ears away from the shoulders, turn your head nice and slowly with control from side to side. Don't want to rush this. One more each way, last one. We're going to retract and protract the shoulder blades, so taking your arms up to the shoulder height, you're going to reach for an imaginary ball or something in front of you and then let go. So just try to imagine there's something out with your reach that you can't quite get hold of. So from the side it should look like this. This is a great one for warming up the shoulder area. Okay, last one. Now, just want to warm up the spine by rotating it. So we're going to open up the arms. And we're going to open and close those doors. So try to keep your nose in line with your hand, so that your hand and nose are kind of moving as one. Inhale as you open, exhale as you close. And bring the arms down to the side. So keeping the chest nice and still, let's take the arms up in line with the shoulders. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as they come back to the body. Now take them a little bit higher if that feels okay. Take them overhead. Now this time take them up, take them over to the side, back to the center and back down. We'll do a few of these. A few more. Now the next time we're going to bring in a squat in the middle. So squat as you come down. Your feet need to be slightly wider than hip distance apart for this. Toes turned out slightly. Swing those arms freely as they come down. Nice exhale as they go down. Last one of these. Now, we're going to go into some balance exercises. So we're going to just start with hands on hips, shoulders away from the ears, and just raise your knees. Alternating sides. Keep those shoulders down. Keep your chest lifted. A few more. Let's bring in a rotation to that. So we're going to, as we bring the leg up, bring the arms up. So you've got cactus arms. And then rotate. And back to center and down. Let's do that to the other side. Legs and arms come up. Rotate. Bring it back to the center and down. Other side. So this is a real balance challenge. You should feel the muscles in the legs twitching as they try to help you to balance. Last one. Okay, so we're going to warm up all of the different muscles and joints in the body now by taking it into just a sort of like a total body standing corkscrew. So take the hands above the head and then slightly out turn the toes and the feet. Turn towards your right leg and or your left leg, it doesn't really matter, and then sweep round in a corkscrew. Turn to the other leg all the way up and round to the center. When you get to the center, turn and face the other leg. Now you might want to bend your knees slightly. You need to have the legs quite wide for this. And one more. Right, take the arms out at shoulder height. We'll just do a nice little standing saw, and we're going to. If you don't feel comfortable taking the hands out at shoulder height, you could just take them onto your hips at the moment and perform this move with the hands on the hips, or take them out to shoulder height. And you're going to inhale, and as you exhale, rotate, and then you're going to aim for the outside of the pinky as you tap it 3 times. Come back up to standing, rotate to the center. Now the alternative would be just at the moment to turn and just lower towards that leg, and then bring yourself up and then back to center. So we're going to go the other direction. So choose which option's best. Inhale, exhale. Inhale as you come back up, exhale as you come to the center. Inhale and exhale as you tap. Inhale as you come back to center and turn. So it's 3 taps. Now, if you're not quite making it down to the outside of the foot, then just to the outside of the leg would be fine, just here. And come back to center, bring the feet in just slightly. And we're going to take it into some heel raises. So we're just going to take the arms up, and with the feet hip distance apart, we'll take the hands overhead and come up onto the balls of the feet. Bring a bend in, so a narrow squat, and just go between the 2, heel raising and narrow squat. A few more. Good stuff. Right, let's come to the end of our mats. Just going to adjust my camera a little bit for going down onto the mat. Okay, so coming to the end of your mat, we're going to roll down. So you're going to stand nice and tall, lengthen throughout the neck and spine, nod the chin, feet should be just about hip distance apart. Exhale, control your core as you lower and roll down towards the floor. And just let those hands hang there for a second. Inhale and exhale. One more time. And as you exhale, you use the muscles in the core to bring yourself back up to standing. Let's do that again. Inhale, nod the chin. Exhale, roll down. Couple of breaths here. One more. As you exhale, roll up. And the next time we go down, we'll come down onto the mat. Inhale, exhale. Okay, let's step out 1, 2, 3, 4 times onto the mat. So we're going to take it into a push-up just now. Your different variations for the push-up could be making sure that you've got your wrists underneath your shoulders. It's a narrow position for the Pilates push-up, and you could just take the elbows back, press them to the mat. You might want to have them slightly forward, the shoulders, for this. Okay, or alternatively, you could take the knees out a little bit behind you and then taking your body down so that your elbows are just brushing past your ribs. So you've got those choices, or you can come onto toes with me, and we're just going to go for see if we can do 10 push-ups. So getting yourself into position, let's go. So you really have to engage your core if you're doing these on your toes. Lost count now, I think I'm at 6. Last one. Take that back into child's pose. So your toes should come together. Big toes are together. Open up the knees and take your hips back and sit your bottom back towards your heels. Feeling a lovely stretch throughout the shoulders. Just breathe for a couple of seconds. Right, come back into a tabletop position. So place your hands beneath your shoulders, wrists under the shoulders, and the knees underneath your hips. And then we're going to come into what I would call a Superman. So we'll begin slowly and build up into that. You're going to extend one arm and then just take the foot out behind you onto the floor and bring them both back to the starting position. Switch and bring it back. So extend away from the body, bring it back to the center. Extend. So the eyes should be gazing just ahead of your mat, and your back should try and stay in a nice neutral position, not arching. A few more like this, just getting used to this position, and one last one like this. Now this time, as you extend, bring the leg out, bring it back. Do that again on the other side. And then we'll go into some super slow of these. Let's do a super slow. So out, 2, 3, hold, bring it back. Do that again, super slow. Extend, arm and leg, bring it back. Super slow again. One more time on each side. Bring it back. So it's out, 2, 3, 4, bring it back. Speed that up again so it's just a 2 and 2. Out for 2 and in. Out and in. Try to imagine you've got something like a glass of water on your back that you don't want to spill. One more each side. We'll go back into child's pose. Take it back into child's pose just now. So again, with the toes, big toes touching, opening up the knees. And feel a nice stretch across your shoulders. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the wrists. Okay, right, this time we're going to take it out. So, right, I've just back from a little bit of furniture. Rearranging. When I quickly discovered that this next move was not going to work the way I did have the furniture. So we're going to take our Superman out again and then take it on a diagonal. So by that I mean we're going to take the arm and leg out, take it out diagonally in opposite directions from each other, back to centre and back down. Let's try that now. One arm comes out, one leg comes out, take it to a diagonal, back to the centre and down. Other side. Out, diagonal, centre and back. So you really have to use your core muscles to keep you balancing. Other side, diagonal, centre and back down. Extend, diagonal, centre and in. Extend, diagonal, centre and down. One more time each side. Centre and down. Extend, diagonal, centre and down. So come down onto your mat and we will perform some back extensions. So take the arms at the side of the body, kind of like goalposts or cactus arms. Then take the legs towards the edge of the mat, turning your legs slightly outwards so that the thighs are facing inwards. And you're going to lengthen throughout the legs. Now neck should be nice and long. And you're going to inhale, pressing the pelvis into the floor. You should feel a little gap between your lower abdomen and the mat. Inhale, and as you exhale, I want you to raise up and extend throughout that upper back. Inhale and lower. Exhale, extend. So it's kind of like a mini cobra. Inhale as you return. Inhale, exhale, extend, and inhale. Move this mic out of the way. Do a few more of those. Exhale, and inhale. One last one. So keeping your ears away from your shoulders the whole time, and return to centre. Now, I want you this time, the next time, to take the legs into that as well if possible. If that's too difficult, do the legs only, or just continue to do the upper body only. So we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, take the legs up. Inhale, return to the mat. Legs come up just a little bit, not too high. Now see if you can take just the upper body off the mat and the hands off the mat. Just the upper body. Just a little bit. You're not coming up too high because we don't want to injure the back or the shoulders. So it's really important to remember that we're trying to stabilize these areas. We don't want to overstretch them or risk any injury. Now, can you incorporate the legs? It's like a skydiving move. So arms and legs are both lifting at the same time. Only just a little bit. Couple more of these, just go at your own pace. One more. And come back into a child's pose. So pushing back, pushing the weight back onto the heels and stretch out. Now come onto your side and we're going to go into some exercises for our posterior chain. So coming onto the side, I want you to extend your arm, and lay your head down on the extended arm. I want your bottom and your heels to line up with the very back of the mat. So they should be lined up and the knees coming forward into 45. And then take the leg that's on top out and extend it away from the one beneath it, lengthening throughout that leg. And we're going to go into some leg circles. So you can have your hand and your hip. For more stability, if you want, you could have it on the mat. If you really want a challenge, you could have it up here. And we're just circling the leg up and backwards. One more time in this direction. Stop here, take it forwards. Nice and slow and controlled. And one more time. Pause at the top. Let's do that again backwards. We'll go for 8 backwards and 8 forwards. It's a great one for flexibility in the hip. One more, stop at the top, take it forwards. Breathe. 2 more. Last one. Bring it down, bring the legs together again and just pat that hip and glute because you'll be feeling the work that's just done. Okay, so for this one, next one to work the outside of the glute, we're going to take one hand in the mat in front of you, next to your face. Extend that leg that was just working back out again. Raise it up slightly, and then you're going to take the knee towards that wrist and then push away. Bring it in, push away. Inhale as it comes in. Exhale as you push away. So you're pushing up and away. So we'll do a few more of these. We're going to do 8 more. And last one. And bring the legs back together again and give that a pat. Okay, we're going to do a leg exercise that's going to focus now on the inner thighs. So we're going to take both legs out to the back of the mat And keep your head down. If that's really uncomfortable for you, maybe fold the elbow, and that's going to bring your neck more in line with the spine, because that's really important. So we want to keep the neck and head as just an extension of the rest of the body, which is why we don't prop ourselves up like that, because we don't want to create that bend. Okay, so I'm going to keep mine here just now, and what we're going to do for the inner thigh is we're going to take the leg that's on top up, and then we're just going to take the leg that's below up to meet it, and then take them back down. So it's an up, up, slow lower down, up, up, down. It's a staggered double leg raise. And I'm going to put my hands on my side just to give me a little bit more challenge. But if you want more stability, keep it out in front of you. Exhale as you lower the legs. I'm losing this microphone belt completely. Now take the leg that's on top up, and I just want you to pulse the leg that's underneath. See if you can do that whilst holding on to your hand on your hip. 3, 2, 1, lower both legs down. Right, we're going to go to the other side. I'm just going to rescue this mic. Do you know, I think my leggings are so slidey that when I lie down, gravity just sort of, and the slidiness of them just basically leads to me losing it. So, come to the other side. And again, get yourself into position. So, start off with your body nice and long. The head is on the extended arm, or it can be like that. And then take the legs in line with the mat, bend the knees to 45, extend the leg that's on top out, bring it up in line with the hip, and let's do some leg circles. So circling backwards. Hand here, our hand here. Two more, then we'll change direction. Stop at the top, change. Using so many muscles to keep yourself balanced. 3, 2, stop at the top, change. Go back the way again. Stop at the top, go forwards. Okay, and lower. Bring the legs in. Just give your glute a pat. Right, bring that hand down towards your chest again, and take the leg that's on top up and out, so it's above your hip, and you're going to bring it in and push away. In, push away. In, and we can speed that up, I think. Two more after this. And last one. Bring that back down, give it a pat. Now to work the outer and inner thighs. So bringing both the legs back in line with the body and in line with the mat again. You're going to think about where you want to have your arm for this. Okay, so that the body is nice and aligned, whether your hand's on your hip or not, and you're going to raise, raise and lower. Ooh, I had a wobble there. Raise, raise and lower. I find it easier if I have my arm at a crooked position for this one, and I might actually have to, with this side, I'm finding it for balance a little bit less easy to balance on this side. Okay, take the leg that's on top up and keep it there, and we're just going to pulse the leg that's beneath. 8 more. 5, 6. The last one. Give your glute a pat. Right. We're going to go into some work for the abdominals. So for this, we're going to work the obliques. So a couple of different exercises for the obliques. We're going to just begin with the outstretched arm and the head resting on it, and then we're going to inhale, engage the core, exhale as you lift, lower back down, exhale as you lift, and lower. Try to not have any tension in the neck as you do this. And last one. Okay, now we're going to go into the same move again, but this time when we do it, we're going to bring the legs up at the same time. So as we take our side bend with our upper body, we'll also bring the lower body up to meet it. So get ready to go for that in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So raise, and for this you might want to just take the hand that's on the mat and take it slightly ahead of your body. A few more. Two more. Good stuff. Right, now we're going to come up onto knees, and we're going to take, just let me think about this one now for a little second. I want to get that same bend. Sorry. So we're going to take this foot out here, and then we're going to take the arms out to the side of the head, and we're going to tip towards the mat, taking the elbow towards the mat, and come back up. Join me now. Inhale as you go towards the mat. So we're working that same side we were working earlier. Four more. Okay, so coming on to the other side then, we're going to do the same to the other side. So again, that outstretched arm, and then legs are going to both be in line with the body, and we're going to exhale as we come up, inhale as we lower. Join me now. So I've got my hand and arm on the mat slightly at an angle. So it's slightly ahead of me, out on a diagonal. Okay, now this time we'll go straight into raising the legs, lowering. I find it helps if you take that arm right out on a diagonal, the one on the mat, for balance. And last one. Right, come up again onto the mat. So this time it's going to be the opposite leg coming out. So I'm trying to think which one I need to have out now. Which way was I going before? So it's coming out this way this time, I think. It is, yes it is. And we're going to come down and up. Had to think about that. Down. Four more. Nice and steady, as though you've got a pane of glass behind you and in front of you. Last one. Okay, bring the knees together. Now we're going to come onto our backs for some ab work. So I'll come this way. Right, so coming round, lower with control down onto the mat, and we're going to come into some toe taps. So just an annoying wee scrunchie in my hair there, so I'm trying to get my head on the mat. There we go. Don't usually actually wear a scrunchie, but today for some reason it seemed like a comfy option. Not always the most practical. So bring the knees up into tabletop, so the knees are above the hips, and tap your toe. Slow at first, slow just to get that rhythm. Tap. Double the time. So tap, tap, tap. So keep the shoulders down and away from the ears. Keep tapping. Last few. Last four. Now we're going to take that into a dead bug, so arms come above the chest. Extend one arm and opposite leg away down from each other towards the mat. Knees just coming back to tabletop position every time. So extend, bring it back. Now, I want you now just to hug the knees in for a second in the chest to give your abs a little break. And then take one knee and keep it there into the chest, but extend the other leg out just slightly above hip height or about level with the hip. And you can either keep your head and neck down for this, or you can inhale and then exhale and lift your head up into Pilates stance. And we're just going to go into single leg stretch. So inhale, exhale, switch, and switch, switch, and switch. So aiming your knee about in line with the sort of the face, or just slightly higher depending on your flexibility. Exhale as you switch every time. Try to keep a nice space between the chin and the chest. 4 more. 2 more. Now, hug the knees into the chest, take the head down for a second, just tilt your head to each side to take any strain out of the neck there. Okay, and give your lower back a little massage. We're going to go back into that, but this time we're going to take it into a bicycle with the legs. So extending one leg out, take the hands beside the head, or you can just bicycle the legs with the head down if you want to. And we're going to switch and take the legs over and take the shoulder over in the direction of the opposite knee. Shoulder rather than elbow. So you're not aiming to touch the knee with your elbows, you're just aiming for your shoulder and knee to get closer, basically, to shorten the distance between them. Four more. And 4 more after this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees back in and hug. We'll go into a double leg stretch now. So either with the head down and the shoulders down, just stretching out the arms and legs with your upper body down, or you can take your head up into Pilates stance and inhale, exhale, inhale as they come back to the center. Exhale as you take your arms and legs out in opposite directions. Inhale as they come back to center. So arms are coming out overhead, beside the ears, and the legs are coming out. The lower they are, the harder we're working our core. A few more of these. I'll do 2 more after this. 2. And last one. And lower the head down again. Just tilt the head from side to side. Bring it to the center. Take it to the side. Back to the center. A few more times. To prevent any strain in the neck. Okay. Right. We'll go into a bridge. Bring the heels nice and close to the bottom. Now for this, I'm not actually going to be going up into the full tops of my shoulders because I have actually had a little bit of a niggle in my shoulders lately. So I'll just be coming up I'll be leaving a little bit of my shoulders and upper back on the mat, but typically we would try and go up as far as we can to work on the shoulders. So let's inhale and exhale and just curl the pelvis towards our ribs, and let's release that back to neutral. Inhale, exhale, curl the pelvis, and inhale as you release that back to neutral. Do that again. Curl and inhale and release. Curl and release. Now let's go into a bridge. So we're going to just do a similar motion, but taking the full upper body and lower body off the mat until we're just resting on the shoulders. Get ready. Let's go. So scoop, peel the back off the mat. I'm using my hands as well, and lower it back down. Exhale, peel it off the mat. Inhale as you lower it down. You don't have to use your arms. You could just leave them down by your side if you want to. Exhale and inhale. And lower. And lower. Now, this time raise up, take the heels up, lower the heels down and lower yourself to the mat. Do that again. Raise up, take both heels up, lower both heels and down. This time take the arms out to the side as you go up onto the heels. Bring them back to the center and lower them down. Arms come up. They go out as the heels come out, up, back to the center and down, up, heels, center and down. Take it up. Oh, there's that pack again. And down. Right, just rest your back down on the mat just now. And we're just going to take that even further and take it into a leg raise. If you find that taking the leg raise is not for you today, then just maybe take it as a knee raise, lifting the legs up into sort of like, I'll show you some options actually just now. So if you want to just take it up into a bridge, then take the knee up and down, lift it into like a march and down to start with. So bridge, knee, knee, and lower down. And you could keep doing that, or you can come up, take the knee up, extend the leg, and then we're going to lower up and down. So lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, in and down. Other knee comes up, extend, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift. Knee comes in and down. So we're doing 3 raises on each side, and we're just going straight from one side to the other side. So let's do that, or just lifting up your knees if you want to. Let's do that now. So bridge, knee, extend, lower, lower, lower. Knee comes in, foot comes down, other knee comes up. Extend, lower, lower, lower. Knee comes in, and then lower your bridge down. Okay, we'll pause for a second and we'll try that again. And you don't have to take the arms up. You can if you want to. Notice I kept mine down by my side. Whatever feels best for you. Let's do that again now. So bridge, knee, extend the leg, lower, point and lower. Point as you raise, lower. Knee comes in, foot comes down. Knee comes up, extend the leg, lower, lower, lower. Knee comes in, foot comes down, and lower your bridge. Hug the knees into the chest, and we're just going to do another slight variation of the bridge. It's going to give you a little bit of work in your glutes also. Right, take the legs back down, take the heels close to the bottom, and you're going to come up into a bridge. Take the knee up, extend the leg out so that it's kind of in line with with your knee. So your hips are still squared, and you're going to take the leg out and back in, out, back in. See if we can do that 8 times. I'm on 4. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to lower down. So finish your 8, and then we'll do that to the other side. Okay. Let's do that. Let's go. So bridge, extend the other leg out and take it out to the side. So you're using your core. 4 more. And 1. Let's lower it back down again. Hug the knees. And roll up. That was a bit of an awkward roll there. Right. So I think rather appropriately we might go into rolling like a ball. So sitting up towards the front of your mat, gently take hold of your ankles around your back and take the head towards the little space in between your knees. Lift the heels and the feet up off the mat, get a C curve in your spine and let your body drop back and roll. So try to avoid rolling onto your neck at all, just let your body fall back and roll. And a couple more. So this should feel nice and comfortable. If that feels like too much for you, then you could just practice bringing yourself back and forth instead. Otherwise, continue to roll. Make sure you've got a curve in the spine that's going all the way into the neck also. It should be curving down. You're looking down between your knees. Now, we'll do it the next time. The next time, so come to seated just now. We're going to do it again, and then next time when you reach the top, I want you to just extend a leg, extend another leg, and then roll back. I'll show you what that looks like just now. So you roll back, come to the seated position, extend a leg, and extend a leg, and then get back into the curve, and roll again. Extend, extend, and curve. We've lost our music for 2 minutes. Now keep going. And try if you can on the next one to extend both legs out at the same time. I don't know if anyone heard that little crack. which made me feel very, very, very old. I'm not quite sure where that crack came from. I'm hoping it was from my microphone case and not my legs. Okay. And one more. And that's setting you up for overhead. It's setting you up for the open-legged rocker at some future point. Okay, so we will, just because we've been curving our spine an awful lot, we will come down onto our front and we're going to just reverse that curve in the spine that we've been doing. So we're going to go back into a little bit of back extension. So again, arms out at the side like goalposts and your legs wider than hip distance apart. You're going to exhale, come into a little mini cobra, back extension. And one more. Take that back, come back onto your heels, opening up the knees into a child's pose.
Okay. Good job. Right, we're going to go into our cool down stretches. So for that, we'll come down onto our mats, again, onto our back. So lowering yourself down to the mat with control. We're going to go into our cool down now. So take one knee into the chest, extend the other leg at the moment, and then depending on your flexibility, you might want to bring that leg back in and the foot back in, because we're going to extend that leg that we're hugging up towards the ceiling and stretch out the hamstring. Keep your shoulders back down and relaxed on the mat. Try to straighten that leg as much as you can, flexing your foot towards you. Inhale and exhale. And just congratulate yourself on doing a great workout today. And setting yourself up for the rest of the day. Take that leg and take it across onto the opposite knee. Hug your leg in if you're able to do that. If not, just keep the foot down on the ground. And then you're bringing that leg and knee towards your chest. Put your feet back down on the mat. Take the other knee and hug it into the chest. You can either extend the other leg out or keep the foot on the mat. Extend the leg and push the foot towards the ceiling with a dorsiflex in your foot, taking your toes towards yourself. Now, as we inhale, we're going to exhale and bring that in more towards the body. Take the foot, put it across onto the other knee, and take hold of that knee with your hands. Bringing it in to get a deeper stretch. Okay, release that. The legs come down. We'll stretch out our quads, come over onto your side, and rest your head out on your extended arm. Take hold of the foot of the leg that's on top and take your heel towards your glute, stretching out your quads. Tilt the pelvis forward. Feel the stretch in the quad. And switch. You could either just roll over. I'm going to switch sides for this, so I'm not turning my back. And the same thing on this side. Okay, legs come together, coming round onto all fours into a tabletop position. Let's go into a cat and cow. So we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, curl your pelvis towards your ribs and scooping the back up into a nice big arch. Inhale, rounding out the back again. Try to keep the shoulders away from your ears. Exhale as we arch, and inhale. I'm going to take it into threading the needle. So take the hand that's furthest away from me, look up at the hand as you raise it up towards the ceiling. Take it and thread it through between your other hand and the mat, and rest your head and temples on the mat. And just breathe for a few seconds. Take it back to tabletop, and the other arm comes up, looking up towards the hand. Thread it through and lay your head on the mat. Relax the shoulders. Take a few breaths. Bring it back to tabletop. Let's stretch out the hip flexors. So take one leg in front and tilt the pelvis forward, leaning into that stretch to get a deeper stretch. Take the arms up overhead, and as you exhale, take them round and look over the other shoulder, placing your hand on your thigh. Hands come back up and back down. Let's switch the legs. If that's not comfortable, then you can always take your knee on your knees. You can take your knees up off of the mat and take it into a nice runner's lunge instead. Okay, leaning forward into that. Arms come up. The hand rests on the thigh and you look over your other shoulder. Okay, bring the foot that's behind in to join the one that's in front, and let's roll up with control. And we're going to take the foot that's one foot behind, any foot behind, to stretch out the calf. I'm going to look through between my arc clasped hands, stretching out my shoulders. If you bring that foot in a little bit, it makes it easier to get the heel flat down on the mat. Further away that it is, the harder it is. Switch, and this time roll the shoulders, open up the chest, take the shoulders back and down. Now coming facing the front, we're going to take the legs wide and we're going to just take a few deep breaths in and out. And bring the feet together. We'll just roll the shoulders a few times. I have a feeling that I'm chopping my head off at this point. I'm going to just adjust the camera. And the other direction. That's us done. So congratulations, you just finished your workout for today. So let me know in the comments any feedback that you want to give. If there's anything that you found difficult or something you'd like to see incorporated into the workout. Obviously I try to incorporate different things each time. So today's moves were just a selection of the sort of things that I would typically put into a total body workout. But let me know what you thought of them anyway nonetheless, and enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're doing. See you soon.